Randy is a first-time caller out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Randy, thank you for calling and thanks for holding you on the air.
Well, thank you for having me on, Jesse.
Yes,
it's really
sir.
an honor to speak with you.
I appreciate that.
I was calling because I recently discovered your work, probably from the same way that a lot of other people did from the Amber Rose interview.
Oh, yes.
A friend of mine sent me the clip, and of course it made me laugh, but then I started listening to what you were saying, and I enjoyed the interviews and your style, but I kind of went past that and started really listening to the church episodes that you had up, and it just clicked. I'm actually a seminary student at the moment, and I was going through a lot of real struggles, a lot of real rage and darkness. I'm also a martial artist, and I teach and train fighters, so I fight with people every day physically, and it was getting in the way of my practice.
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't control my emotions. I was really wanting to hurt people, and I knew I was having a problem, and it was getting to the point where I wasn't even sure if I believed.
Yeah.
And all the things you talk about, the suicide. I'm not suicidal because I have a son and I'm very devoted to him.
But those thoughts will come, though. Those thoughts tempt you.
Yes, sir. Those thoughts were in my head for sure. A lot of dark thoughts, even just the aesthetics. I was watching a lot of horror movies and just this kind of garbage.
Hold on, Randy. I got to take a break, buddy. I'm sorry. Hold on. Do not hang up. I want to go quickly back to Randy. Randy, go ahead. Finish your point.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that I listened to what you said, and it clicked immediately. It made me understand Christianity completely for the first time in my life.
Amazing.
I agree with what you're saying about it 100%. I'm not any expert in politics or any of that, but when it comes to all that stuff, I am 100% behind what you were saying. So I took the courage. I realized that I was full of fear and anxiety and all these things, even though I'm supposed to be a tough guy and I'm fighting and doing all this stuff. I was weak inside. I couldn't speak up. I couldn't do all these things. So, I lost my father when I was 2 years old. He died.
Sorry about that.
And my mother remarried to a good man who's they're still married, and I respect him, and he's been a good guardian for me. But I never knew my father. My mother never talked about him. She didn't teach me about him. She didn't connect me to him. And when I heard what you were saying, I realized that was at the root of my problem, that I had rage against her for not connecting me to my father, not teaching me to love him.
Yeah.
And I forgave him, even though I didn't think it was his fault, but I forgave him for not being there. And I went to her and I spoke to her, and I told her everything I just said, and that I had been harboring that rage, and that I was sorry for being angry with her. And immediately, it's just left me, the whole spirit of anger, exactly what you said.
Yes, sir.
And it's so amazing. And I have been completely set free. And immediately my wife sees it. My child is responding to me differently, even though we have a great relationship. And I have another son on the way, and it's removed my anxiety about just another child coming and going through everything we got to go through and all the fears, and it's all gone. And I just am very grateful for what you're doing, and I'm going to keep going down this path. And I just wanted to call and express my gratitude because it's been the most profound thing.
Wow.
And so simple. It's so simple.
Yes. Absolutely.
And
Randy, and you're in seminary school, and they're not teaching you to forgive, huh?
Well, I'm just starting, and I am with good people, but I haven't heard it put together in this way. So I'm going to see. The interesting thing is, part of my anxiety in going into seminary was I'm starting to wonder if I'm too conservative for the modern church, which is not what I ever anticipated when I was younger,
and you
thinking
are.
that I was probably
I got to run, Randy. Amazing! I need you all to subscribe, support us on Patreon, like us on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter.
Got it.